Hello everyone, this is CGTN reporting live in Shanghai, which is the host city of the 5th China International Import Expo at Meiping. The expo has just concluded yesterday, and in the past few days, I was running around in the venue reporting about the latest products and services brought here by international companies. And since I'm already in Shanghai and I'm still here, so I was thinking, why not to do something outside the venue and to feel the spirit of the city Shanghai? So now I'm here in the Shanghai Culture Square, where an original Chinese musical, The Orphan of Zhao, will be staged tonight. And the crew members are doing their final check in the theater. And before that, we got this opportunity to go on the stage and to go to the backstage to learn more about the story of The Orphan of Zhao and to experience the charm of Chinese musical. And next to me is Rongyu. She's going to be our tour guide for today. Rongyu, hello.
Hello, Meiping.
Thank you so much for joining me today. And first of all, can you just say hi and introduce yourself to our audience?
Okay. Hello, everyone. I am Rongyu, the assistant GM of Shujun Musical and Drama. Today, I'm very glad to be your guide.
And welcome. So before we go into the theater, I just have to ask about these gorgeous pictures, these posters here. So are those the posters from the show?
Yes, of course. Actually, those posters are designed by Pang Hao. He is a visual and graphic designer. You can see the paintings here. You might think it's an oil painting, but actually it's not. He took the photos of each character separately and then put them together.
Well, that seems like a lot of work.
Right. It's very creative and imaginative. So you can see the relations between the characters and, of course, the conflicts between them and what they want to seize. And you can see that one that on the top, the upside down one. That's the ghost. It's a new creation of this musical.
Hopefully we can learn more about this new creation.
Of course.
And how about the two posters side by side?
Okay, actually the two posts we can see is the story of the Orphan of Zhao. This one on the left side is the Act 1 and the other is Act 2.
Okay.
Speaking about the Orphan of Zhao, I know most people call it the Chinese Hamlet because it is the greatest Chinese classical tragedy, and it dates back to over 2,000 years ago. It's in spring and autumn period, and in Yuan Dynasty, that's about 13th century.
The drama of the Yuan Dynasty,
Yeah,
Ji Junxiang created the script, right?
Right. And then it traveled a lot. It traveled to Europe.
Oh.
Yeah, about 300 years ago, it traveled to France and Germany and England.
So, because for us Chinese people, we are familiar with this story, but can you tell us the storyline because our international audience might not know about it?
Okay, we can take a close look at it. So first, this is Act 1. We can see there is a massacre. Actually, this is the villain in the middle, right? He wants to take control of this empire. So he killed all the Zhao family. So you can see a lot of dead bodies here. And this little infant, he is the child of the princess.
Of the Zhao family, right?
Right.
The orphan.
Yeah, the orphan. And the princess was Zhao Dun's wife. She gave this infant to a country doctor, Cheng Ying.
So who is Zhao Dun? He's the head of the Zhao family, right?
Right, he's the head and he is the minister of this country.
Okay.
Yes, so Cheng Ying, he's just a country doctor. He made a promise to save this child, but he sacrificed his own child to replace the Orphan of Zhao. So actually, Tuangu killed his own son.
Oh, okay. So Cheng Ying gave out his own baby to save the Orphan of Zhao, and the baby is eventually killed by the villain.
Right. This is very sorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It's a really sad story.
Yeah, a children is drawn and another children is saved. Yeah, but none of them know this.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So when 16 years have passed, it comes to the Act 2. We can see a young man here. That is Chen Bo, the Orphan of Zhao. He
On the
grew
top,
up,
right?
He grew up, but he didn't know. And he has two fathers, both Cheng Ying and Tuangu.
Oh.
Right.
So Tuangu kept him as something like stepson.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And Cheng Ying sent him to a journey to find this general, Wei Jiang, because he is an old friend of Zhao Dun. I mean, the Orphan of Zhao's real father. And during his journey, he discovered the truth of the world. He finds that people in this country living a miserable life. And he finally revealed that Tuangu is quite evil. So he knows who he is really. His own identity is the Orphan of Zhao.
And so his father's killed by Tuangu, the villain.
Exactly. So he has a choice to do. That is to revenge or not. And Cheng Ying, he also has something to do, as you can see.
Oh, in the middle.
Right. This is before his child's tomb.
Okay.
Yeah, he did something.
So
he killed
that's
himself.
kind of the ghost of Cheng Ying's son.
Yeah. Yes, because he didn't know why his father killed him. He always wanted to find why. He thought his father didn't love him, but it's not true. So Cheng Ying used his own blood to test that.
Okay.
Right.
So it's a very classic tragedy of China.
Yes, indeed.
So shall we now head to the theater? I just can't wait to see the stage.
Of course. Let's go this way. Yeah. Oh, here you can see this one.
Oh, this wall over here.
Yeah, this is today's cast.
So these are the actors and actresses who's going to perform tonight.
Right. And tonight it will be the first performance. And actually it's the third round here at Shanghai.
Oh, the 3 times in
yeah,
Shanghai.
it's premiered in 2021, May.
Last year.
Yes.
How about this big stone over
Oh,
here?
yeah, it's not just a stone, but it's also like a tomb.
Oh,
Of
the
Cheng's,
tomb of
yeah,
Cheng's
Cheng's
son.
baby,
Okay.
right? And we can see it's also part of the scenery on stage, so we can see it later on the
Okay.
stage.
Yeah, can't wait. Yeah, let's just go into the theater.
Okay.
And I know that Shanghai is like the city, like the center of the musical industry in China. And I mean, you are an expert of the field and you work in Shanghai. So how do you feel about the atmosphere for musical in the city?
Oh, for the last decades, we can really feel the government's policies and their support in the musical industry. So the whole industry is quite booming and vibrating. More and more new productions coming out. Most of them are regional trials. So it's very successful and it's very inspiration. Yeah, and a lot of creatives and artists gathering around to make our theater life more dynamic.
And hopefully we can see more high quality musicals, you know, start from Shanghai, but also go across the country and also across the world.
Yes, hopefully.
So we're now entering the theater, so we need to be careful because it's quite dark over here. Let's walk slower. And
This is the auditorium. The auditorium is quite large, as you can see.
yeah, oh, it's a
Can you
huge theater actually.
Yes, indeed. Can you see the theater now?
Yeah.
See the
so-
stage?
Yeah, that's the stage. We can have a closer look later.
They are
And
working on the lights now.
yeah, so the crew are adjusting, doing the final adjusting. So the theater is like all dark. So we need to walk carefully.
Yeah, the whole auditorium is very large. It has 3 floors, and the seating capacity is 1,949.
Wow.
So you can
Almost
imagine.
2,000.
Yeah, you can imagine if it's filled with people, with audience inside, what it would be like.
It's going to be exciting.
Right.
And although it's dark, but I can see the decoration is gorgeous. This is luxury. I can see the golden belts.
Right. Yes, and this theater is newly built in 2011, and it's specially designed just for musical
Wow.
performing.
Wow, so yeah, just for big productions.
Right.
Oh, we have-
See what we got here. The director.
the director. Hey, 徐老师您好。
你好，
正好看到您了。
欢迎你来，欢迎你来。
So, guys, this is the director of the Orphan of Zhao, Mr. Xu Jun, and yeah, we get the chance to talk to him a little bit. So, 徐老师首先很感谢您，正好撞到您加入我们的这个直播。那关于这个剧，我们也想就是更多的了解一下。那想问您一下，因为我知道这个剧其实。它不是根据咱们中国最早的季军祥的版本改编的，而是说根据英国的一个话剧剧本改编的。然后想请您谈谈为什么我们会选择英国的这个话剧剧本作为这个音乐剧的底子。So we know that the musical was created based on a British stage play instead of the Chinese original story. So why did you choose to use the British script as the base of this musical?
这个剧本是英国皇家莎士比亚剧团委托英国非常著名的诗人詹姆斯·芬顿，根据季军祥的版本，然后改编的话剧。
So the script was created by the British company, the Royal Shakespeare, and the author it's a really famous poet, James Fenton.
这个剧本吸引我的地方，其实是这个剧本的最后一幕，就是程英的孩子。
So what's he's attracted by the last scene of the script, which Cheng Ying goes to his son's grave and communicate with the ghost of the son of Cheng Ying.
因为在我们的千百年的舞台上，程英的孩子，他一直是个道具，是一个被遗忘的符号。然而在这个剧本里边，我看到了程英的孩子立体的站起来了，他有形象。有灵魂，有思想，有拷问，有质问，有反抗，有很多的情绪。
Okay, so in this script, because Cheng Ying's son has always been a forgotten symbol, he's usually just a prom on stage, it's just a clothes bag. But in the British script, Cheng Ying's son actually has an actual actor to play this character, so he can communicate with other characters, and he has questions, and he has, to ask why Cheng Ying gave him out to save another baby. So yeah, that's the kind of angle that really attracts him.
所以我们不难看到，这个剧本其实非常关注到一个个体生命的一个层面。我认为这个是非常有它的哲理，有它的人性的挖掘，有它的现代性。
So the script basically focuses on the individual lives, so he thinks this is the most valuable part. 然后想请问您一下，就是因为我知道赵氏孤儿这个故事其实也是被改编成了很多的艺术形式，比如说有电影，有刚刚说到的话剧。那咱们音乐剧的赵氏孤儿和其他的这种赵氏孤儿有什么区别呢？ So we know that the Orphan of Zhao has been portrayed in many art forms, like in movies or stage play, etc. So how is the musical different from others?
所以我刚才说了，有它的现代性。首先，我认为，我们这个故事的核心是围绕着黑格尔的悲剧美学，就是个人意志的选择。我认为这个切入点，对于我们整部戏的一个悲剧的力量是相当的提升。
So the show is actually about free will, and it's about modernity, and it actually add to the tragedy of the story, emphasize on the beauty of tragedy.
另外的话呢，我们在这个审美上，还有在这个舞台的视觉上，我们也注入了现代性的表现。
So they modernized the stage design, also the lighting, so to make this stage look really, modern.
所以更符合我们音乐剧的表达。
It's actually better fits the presentation of musical. 这个灯光其实都是我刚刚一看就觉得非常。
你看到了这个，其实这是一般的，如果是灯光是很难呈现这个。这个要说到是为什么这么做？那肖立和老师他做了很多的实验然后其实这个实验他最早是10年前他在美国就做了一个这样的一个实验以后，他给我看，我觉得非常的棒。
惊喜
Now,
So this stage design is actually, the lighting design is actually by Miss Xiao Lihe, and she's one of the really famous stage design lighting designer. And it's really hard to achieve this kind of lighting arrangement. And Xiao Lihe was showed this kind of lighting to the director a couple years ago, and he was really surprised by it.
所以的话呢，它其实替代了就是灯光做不到的一种效果。而且呢，它能够更好的能够引用出这个光和影的这种关系。另外的话呢，它其实更符合我们整个的一个写意美学的一个表达。
So this lighting design is actually better fits the abstract kind of concept of this whole musical. 那我们可以。
肖老师在。
肖老师在呀。
我们跟他打个招呼。肖老师。
So Miss Xiao is actually up in the control room. She's working.
肖老师，请肖老师来。
The director actually asked Miss Xiao to come down and to tell us more about the lighting design.
我们伟大的灯光设计，肖老师。
Yeah, she's coming to the stage.
来，肖老师来。
您好，肖老师，把您叫下来，谢谢您。我们是这个 CGTN 做直播，感谢您参加我们这个直播。So this is Xiao Lihe, the lighting designer of the musical The Orphan of Zhao. 那肖老师想问您一下，您最初在设计这个灯光的时候用的是一个什么样的概念呢？So can you tell us about the concept of this design when you created the lighting for this musical?
OK， 就是这个戏我们其实第一次就是尝试用那个投影，就用了你看天上。其实整个地面用了6台投影，然后墙上用了2台投影，就是用投影的这个方式来 做光影，用光影叙事。
So they actually, yeah, the stage designs actually use a lot of projectors to achieve this kind of lighting arrangement.
Yeah,
您可以说说当时咱们用的是一个就是什么样的理念呢？因为其实这个舞台看起来就是很简单，感觉没有就是大部分舞台那么复杂。
对，就是因为舞台不变，其实就给了灯光，就给了我们影像，就是光影有无穷的变化，可以做。你比如说现在台上这个一个棋盘的样子哈，其实就是这个棋盘的这个整体的那个表达，就是我们台词里面有一句就说是人生就像棋盘是吧？图案谷就是在像下棋一样，就是他一直是在设计、在布局、在设计别人，最终他是被自己也在就是棋子里面一个棋子。
So we can take a look on the ground. It looks like a chessboard. If we can, 我们摄像机可以下去照一下这个地面。So it's like a chessboard. You really, it's actually tilted. The stage is tilted. It's not flat. And the design actually fits one of the lines in the show, which is life is like a chess game.
Yeah.
So this lighting design actually fits. That's how the lighting coordinate with the storyline as it develops. 那您在设计的时候遇到一些什么挑战吗？因为感觉就是整个咱们这个戏其实理念很现代，可能就是一些比较新的东西会出现。So what are the challenges for you when you design this stage?
其实挑战有3方面，来自3方面。第一方面就是，大家能不能接受？首先，我们整体因为从来没人这样用过，那么大家都会概念就是大家传统上都会觉得，影像是，投影机是播影像的，然后，我们用来做光是不是？就是接受度
，Okay. So yeah. So the first challenge he has was whether people can accept this kind of concept because it's kind of new. No one's using like projectors to do the lighting effects. So she's afraid whether the audience will like it or not.
Yeah. 还有就是因为所有有灯泡的东西对我来讲都是光，所以
all the light bulbs are lights for her, for the designer.
对，所以我觉得 projector 它就是灯光，对吧？它就是光，而且它比一般通常的灯有更强的一个表现力。它其实
So it's actually stronger than the normal lighting, the projectors.
Yeah， 就是它有更多的可能性，比一般的。Yeah。那我也特别感谢，就是徐俊导演哈，他给这个production 就是这个制作，他给了我们这样一个机会，给了我们这样一次机会可以来尝试，包括这个景他这么敞开的，让我们就无所顾忌的来打，所以各方面就是条件好像就都成熟了，然后。其实这是我10年前就有这个梦想，我跟徐导演早就一直在说，我们什么时候试一次？机会来了，然后就是就是天地因缘地利人和，就是所有的因缘就合在一起，我们就是而且这个戏也特别适合这样做，是特别适合。你比如说，
我们先翻一下这一段。So she thinks this is a great opportunity to try this kind of lighting design, for this musical because it's a really open space. So there's more possibilities for her to do the stage design. Actually, she had this dream to achieve this kind of effects a decade ago. So yeah, by talking with the directors and they just came along and they just make this whole thing come true.
就是我特别高兴，这是我们第一次尝试，我们也花了很多力气花了很多心思。但是第二个就是障碍，你刚才问我就是有几个障碍，一个来自于的概念，最终我们实现了。然后第二个其实它有一个技术上的挑战，就是
technical problem.
因为投影通常没有像灯光，我一个灯可能就把一个投影就干掉了，就是因为。从亮度上从那个它放在一起，它就是所以很多以前大家很少用这个，实际上是因为很多技术没有达到这个指标。那么，但是现在其实我们已经有这样的 就是像激光投影啊，有3万多流明的，甚至4万、5万流明的，其实跟灯光已经可以达到这个融合在一起。所以经常我们说那他们其实我觉得未来其实是一定这是一个方式，一定是一个方向，就说这个一定是会替代灯光。但是我们现在在使用呢，我是觉得就是就我们。就是第一个吃螃蟹的人就是不是，我们就啃个荒，就说看看，其实这是其实最终大家还是可以接受的，大家还是认为这个是对。
So the technical problem is the integration between the lighting here and the projectors. So yeah, they overcome this technical problem and thinks that this could be a trend for future lighting design. And as a pioneer of this kind of lighting design this way, and yeah, they hope that, this can be accepted by audience and we can see more of this lighting effect in more productions.
我们可以看看这个效果，可以变一个效果出来，可以变一个效果出来，对。
So they're going to show us something different. They're going to show some of the lighting effect in the show. It's going to change, so just watch carefully.
这是一种这就是齐格的这个
这是血的。
Oh, so the red represents the blood.
对。
这个血。
Wow, it's like blood coming down from the wall.
就是赵氏灭门的这场戏，它是一个血性的屠杀，然后就可以营造这么一个氛围。
So this lighting is for the massacre of the Zhao family. So you can see it's all about red, it's blood.
但是呢，我们其实因为整个戏，整个这个因为还是有一个它的形式，但是你好像血，它其实我们下的是一种笔刷，它并不是真的好像是血的样子，血的形象下来，
还是写意的，
是非常写意。Yeah, it's abstract. It's not like they put actual, the projection. Real blood on the wall is actually kind of abstract by using the color, by using the flow of the picture.
这更像灯光处理，就是说其实是一种，就是有点向下的一种洗刷过程。但是这种洗刷，我们总觉得不仅是这个，其实也很残暴，就是有一种用
It's like the blood is washing the wall. It's like it's moving. Yeah, check out the detail. It's like floating.
对，动态的这种笔刷的这种，它可能比真正的血流下来更残暴，就是更有凶残的。
So it makes it more dramatic.
Yeah.
How about this now? 现在这个展示的
这个是展示程英的家，
就是一种
程英
草席的那种，
就有点符号化吧。
So this lighting is to create a scene of Cheng Ying's house.
它这里有一种。
对，它本身它是一个形象，但是它又是光。你比如说，这个本身它就带来光，就是在地面对演员来讲。
We can see, you have squares, the nets here, and it's using the light to present certain scenarios.
就好像程英家里是一个比较稍微平民一点的这样茅草屋这种感觉。
Yeah, because Cheng Ying's living a poor life, so we can see that the house is not really luxury.
对，但是背后衬的这个云就是那些漂浮的云，又隐喻的这个，它即将带来这样一个命运，就即将带来的这种变换，就是
So the floating clouds up there, like on the wall 上面的那些云展示的，the floating clouds up there shows, the destiny of what's going to happen after that. 好的，谢谢您，肖老师，非常感谢您的分享。我们也是难得能够上舞台来看一下，谢谢您。
没有，希望可以解读到。其实还有个困难，我说到第3个困难，实际上是经费困难。
It's about the money, and the third challenge is about the money.
支持就是，但是制作方特别支持这一次，就是一般的剧团都会说你用1个，他们就说你这么奢侈用8个。一般说我们像我一个朋友，他们
您的智慧不是用金钱来衡量的。
所以我觉得这个是制作方的支持，也是真的是从精神上到财力上的支持，才可能有这样的
And so
特别感谢
And so because of the support from the director, from the production side, and she could make all these things come true.
Yeah.
好，谢谢您。那我们不打扰您工作了。我知道晚上这个演出也是非常的重要。好的 ，Thank you so much. And this is 肖丽和 the lighting designer of the musical The Orphan of Zhao. Thank you.
OK， 欢迎到剧场。
Hopefully, everybody can come to the theater to see this musical. 好的，谢谢。
拜拜，谢谢。
谢谢肖老师。
好，
小心。那导演，我们都在上面，我们可以就是包括那个看一下后面的道具嘛。
好。
因为我知道里面有很多经典的道具，so we're now going to see some of the prompts from the show.
我们这些道具还是张淑平老师把握的非常的严格，因为我们反映的是春秋时期的故事，所以他对一些工艺，还有一些那个造型，他就说一定要符合那个年代，不能太花哨，也不能太。工艺上太那个。
So because we are at the background of the spring and autumn period, so all the prompts should be fits that period. It can't be like too luxury or.
这是一把猎刀，猎刀。
This is a knife.
这是贯穿全剧的一个贯穿的一个物件。
It's seen from the beginning to the end of the show.
对，这个呢，就是你看，这是张老师选的这种颜色和这种质感的东西，就是国军颁布了一个令，但是我们都是写意的，没有具体的内容啊。
So this is the paint roll for for the officials to pass on the king's, the emperor's command. 那
包括这个就是代表了这个旗谱，就是都是很这种以前都是用那种这种料做成的，
那个时候越接近
越好。对，越接近。
They want to do the prompts as close as to fit the certain period. 我们想看一下那个孩子。
啊，道具。
We want to see the baby. Oh, it's
在哪里？我看一下啊。
或者
在这个。
Okay. Oh, so this is a baby. So which baby is this? 这是哪个孩子？
这是赵氏孤儿。
This is the Orphan of Zhao.
这个它带有带有鲜明的色彩。
The red one.
那其他对，其他的都是那种素色的。你可以抱一下。
I'm going to hold the Orphan of Zhao.
你试试看。
It's as heavy. It's heavier than I thought.
你这个抱法不对。这明显你没有抱过孩子。
Yeah, I'm not a mom.
我示范一下好吗
Okay, so he's going to show me how to hold the kid correctly.
要拖着他的颈部，然后就拖着他的屁股，这样要这么抱啊！你试一下。
So I need to, hold the neck, right? 颈部 and the butt, like this.
勉强。
Yeah, it's got like 60% right. Yeah, the baby, the Orphan of Zhao. 哇，好的，谢谢。
好的。
我刚刚看到这个是程英的药箱吗？Is this the 程英 mailbox？ 哦。
藏孩子的药箱，给孩子我们。
Oh, this is the medicine.
这个尺寸做的。
Cheng Ying's box to hide the baby, so he's been carried this box around. 然后他其实最后有把这个在下半场有把这个箱子给到
程博游历去游历。
So Cheng Ying actually gives this medical box to the orphan.
重要的一个道具。
It's one of the most important prompts of the show.
我们还有一个大道具。
我看到 I saw this like the biggest prompt. I know this is like I was really impressed when I saw this when I watched this musical. 我当时看到就觉得非常的就是非常的震撼。
对，我在想，一般画卷解谜就是一幅画，但是我想如果有一个现代的装置，然后所有的人是在这个画里边走出来，那个就是视觉的冲击力会很大。
So this actually at the beginning of the show, all the main characters stand in a row on this big frame, and just to start the story, it's like unfolding painting. 我可以上去看一下。
啊，太好了！你有这个想法太好了了。
So I'm going up. So I know all the characters are up. 我可以拿一个道具上去吗？
我给你一把弓箭。这是陈博。
Actually, I want to try the Cheng Ying's wife. I want to hold the baby.
你还是要抱孩子是吧？
我想抱一下这个孩子。
来。
谢谢 Thank you. I'm holding the baby, so I'm going to play the role of Cheng Ying's wife. And the director is carrying a. Oh, yeah. 您这个是哪个角色？
这是陈伯。
Oh, this is 陈伯
你
which
报的
is.
是陈伯。
So the director will play the orphan when he grows up. Okay. Okay. There's a mark. If you can see, there's a mark on the stage to show the actors where to stand. Okay.
你开的时候说一下倒计时啊。
So the big frame will be moving.
灯亮出来吧。先灯亮出来。
So what pose should I do? 我应该摆一个什么姿势呢？
摆一个
抱孩子的姿势。
对，那你这样。对，你就这么抱着。
就这样抱着就好。
这样抱着对的，然后脚打开一点。
So I'm holding the baby.
然后有
looking at the baby 看着孩子。
弯一点，有个关切的这个动作，对。好。
And say something.
你抱的是程英的孩子啊，那个是赵氏孤儿啊。
I'm holding the Orphan of Zhao.
拿着赵氏孤儿长大以后的弓箭。
So this is the Orphan of Zhao grow up.
好，准备。
And we're going to see. It's moving. It's moving. Oh, so exciting.
怎么样？
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah. I feel so good. I've never.
你觉得进入人物了吗？进入情景了。
The directors asked me if I feel the character inside of me. I'm not a professional actress.
我马上要见观众了。
We're going to meet the audience. I'm going to stand still. Yeah.
好。你这时候看观众是不是觉得是一幅画展现的感觉？
Yeah, it's like a folding painting when I look at the audience. Yeah.
画展现的感觉是吧？
对。Oh, the view is so good up
其实
here.
我是第一次做。
This is director's first time to be on this
今天我要
device.
陪你做。
那也是谢谢您。
平时我都是在下面看着他们。
So this is director's first time to stand on this frame because he needs to stand with me to tell me what to do. 也谢谢您，也是这个您也做一次呀。
我也第一次体验，
对，这个
很棒，
感觉怎么样？
很棒，很棒。
对啊，找到人物了吗？
我觉得我下面要的这种感觉，我现在也体验到了。
也在自己身上找到了程博这个人。
是的。
So I'm asking if he finds the character 程博 inside of him. 哦，谢谢，我感觉非常的好，非常的好，谢谢 ，Thank you。
那楼梯下。
好的，好的。So I'm now coming down. I don't want to come down actually. 哦，不用，我来拿就好。Okay. Yeah. So yeah, sir, thank you so much for joining us for this live stream. 小心，小心。
很高兴。
Be careful on the stage. 然后谢谢您。那我们这个也不更多的打扰您了。我知道今天这个首演之前也是有很多的工作要做。
是。
So everyone, this is the director of the musical The Orphan of Zhao and Xu Jun. We're going to leave him back to his preparation for tonight's show.
谢谢。
谢谢您。
欢迎来剧场。
Welcome
看赵氏孤儿。
好的，谢谢您。
好。
那您去忙。
再见。
Okay, so actually, besides standing on the frame and etc., I actually have another favor to ask you. Sometimes I do dance just for fun, for hobby. So I was thinking, can you find someone to teach me maybe some of the dance moves, because I was really attracted to the dance moves the first time when I saw this musical.
You are a dancer, right?
Yeah, I do dance. Not professional, but
I can see that. So since you like this child so much, I think I can find someone to teach you.
Okay.
Yeah, just
with the baby?
Yeah, with the baby.
Wow, let's
try that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just call her.
Sure.
Chao Wei.
So we have an actress to come on to the stage and just to show me some dance moves. Hopefully, maybe I can learn something, with her. 您好，您好，想请您教我几个这个拿着孩子的舞蹈动作。So she's going to teach us some of the dance moves, holding the baby. 可以请您先跳一遍，让我们看一下，展示一下吗？
行，好。
Okay, so she's
数拍子，
数拍子就可以。So she's going to do the dance first and to show us what is this part dance moves would be like. 您可以开始。哦，谢谢 ，Thank you, that's beautiful. Can you tell me what this part is about?
This part is about the mother holding their babies because they want to That's just in Cheng Ying's house. When Cheng Ying's wife, the baby's mother, she sings a lullaby for his child because she feels something is going to happen, but she didn't know what's gonna happen. So at that time, she sings a lullaby to comfort her child. At the same time, several other mothers holding their own babies doing the same thing. They have a sweet but sour sentiment.
Wow.
Right.
So for the next couple of minutes, I'm going to be learning the dance with Chen Wei. So yeah, Rongyu, can you help me to hold the mic?
no
Just enjoy.
problem.
We're not going to talk for the next like 2-3 minutes. So just please enjoy the dance. 那您慢慢的教我一遍。
好嘞，好嘞。
学一下。
好，就是这一段的舞蹈，主要就是展现的，就是我们主要展现的就是母亲对孩子的关爱啊、呵护啊。
Shows the love from the mother to the baby. 那您慢
然后
慢的数着拍子教我就可以了。
然后这一段舞呢，大部分的情感都集中在就是孩子身上，然后呢，动作是相对于普通的动作比较扭曲的一点，因为展现就是妈妈其实都是很辛苦，但是她还是爱着小孩。就这
So
样。
this part of the dance move will be focusing on the kid, right? And yeah, the dance is going to be, you have to use your body a lot to show that the mother is really hardworking, but she spends a lot of time on the baby. 那您慢慢的教我一遍吧。
好，那我们第一个动作，首先我们是面冲正侧面，然后这个胯部右胯先提，然后落，对，这个是弯的，这个哇，你做的好好。然后放了以后，右脚打开，然后再落回来，然后提落，然后看着自己的宝宝。
Looking at the baby.
然后一个提气上，转身下，然后看着孩子，然后这个时候
Looking at the baby.
对，然后踢落，然后再画一圈，再回到自己的宝宝，然后再提，再画一圈，对，从这里画一圈下来，然后这个时候是一个吐气，把小朋友送出去。
Oh, we have to like devalue the baby.
对，送出去，不舍，回来，然后就到这里了。
Wow, amazing.
对，我们是一个斜坡。
It's really hard to dance on a tilted stage. It's like really hard for me to stand. 那您可以，我大概有一个了解。那您带着我
一起
连起来，一起跳一遍我们。So we're
OK
going to dance this part together.
好，这边，好，动作，5、6、7、8，1、2、3、4，打开，下，提，落，转一圈，踢，前，落，吐气，回来，送出去，不舍，就到这儿了。
希望你没有看到我没有站住。So I couldn't be able to stand still for the last part. Okay, thank you so much. 谢谢您，非常的有意思。那孩子就托付给您了。
好，拜拜。
I'm going to entrust you with the baby. 谢谢。That was Chen Wei, the actress from the musical The Orphan of Zhao. I need to breathe a little bit.
You did a great job. It's the first time to learn this.
Yeah, I mean, I saw some videos. Yeah, I dance.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can feel that for this part of the dancing moves, the mother is like showing her softness and gentleness and the love to the baby.
Right.
And we know this is a really cruel story. So
Especially for mothers.
Yes. So it's actually making this part more sad.
Right. So what we are going to do next? Maybe do you want to
backstage?
Yeah, to backstage to see more about this.
So yeah, and we saw some controlling devices here.
This is our stage manager's working place. This is where all the miracles happens around the stage.
It's here, right?
Right.
Okay. Looks really complicated.
Yeah, indeed.
And what about that? What is that?
Oh, that's the sound system.
Okay, the sound
You can see the microphones here, and each of them have their own names of each characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So the actors
They put on their microphones and they test the sound on the stage just like 1 hour later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be really busy here.
Yeah, of course.
Later.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're heading to the backstage.
Here is a wing space. Culture space
Is it always going to be this dark?
Yeah, it
always
is.
gonna be
Yeah,
this
but
dark, okay.
we do have some working lights put on this to in case that they will fall down or they can't see the path.
Yeah, it's really, I think if it's this dark, and I know everyone is going to be like rushing around
Of
during
course.
the show, so it's kind of dangerous.
To keep them safe.
Yeah. So we're now in the backstage area of the theater.
Yeah, here we are, the backstage.
And what do we have here?
A lot of things. And people, of course, actors and actresses. So what do you want to say? What do you want to meet? Maybe someone...
Actually, can hear
we
someone
find
singing.
someone here or there.
Yeah, see, you can hear the singing. The actors
Right.
are practicing before
Yeah, they're
the show.
practicing. Yeah, maybe we'll see if we have someone here. Hello, anyone here?
您好，您好。
赵凡佳。
赵凡佳 ，so this is Mr. 赵凡佳。您好，首先非常感谢您能加入我们这个直播。不用坐，我们站着就好。Thank you so much for joining us today。首先可以请您跟我们观众打个招呼，然后介绍一下您在《赵氏孤儿》里扮演哪个角色吗？
Hello， 大家好，我叫赵凡佳，然后在《赵氏孤儿》音乐剧中扮演橙子灵魂这一个角色。
So this is 赵凡佳, the musical actor who plays the ghost of Cheng Ying's son in the musical The Orphan of Zhao. 那可以请您帮我们介绍一下这个橙子灵魂是一个什么样的角色吗？因为我知道这个角色其实相对于这个音乐剧来讲也是一个创新。So first of all, can you tell us who is this ghost of Cheng Ying's son and what his story in the musical? Because we know that this character is sort of one of the innovations of the whole musical.
首先，我觉得橙子灵魂是一个以讲述者存在的一个身份，他是一个画卷人啊，讲述者。这个身份是首先是我心里的第一视角。然后呢，他是懵懂的，他是无知的，但是他又是有仇恨的。直到最后，他才理解事情发生完之后，才理解父亲为什么要这样做，选择理解了父亲。
So the character, the ghost of Cheng Ying's son, is actually the storyteller of the whole musical. And he was innocent. He doesn't know what happened. And he has this hate about his father. And at the end of the story, he finally finds out and why his father did that to him. And they reach some of the forgiveness. 其实最后这个灵魂也是原谅了自己的父亲嘛。
对，他原谅了自己的父亲，他选择结束父亲的生命，到另外一个世界跟父亲去团聚。
So when Cheng Ying committed suicide in front of his son's grave, they actually reached, as I just said, some forgiveness. He forgave his father, and they go to the afterworld together. 那想问您一下，就是在扮演这个角色中，您有没有一些比较难忘的情节，或者说这个角色对您来说最难忘的点在哪儿呢？ What is the most memorable part of this character to you?
难忘的事情有很多，就是刚开始吧，就是讲服装上面吧，因为橙子的袍子它很长，如果他没有十足的练习的话，他是不能掌控这个袍子，就更不用谈对角色的理解了。
Actually, the robe, the costume, for the character to wear is a really long robe. Probably we can check that out later in the costume room. So it requires a lot of practice to master the moves on stage and with the robe on it. So this is one of the, challenges probably for him. 然后呢，因为您也是很年轻的一位音乐剧演员，然后也代表了中国这个年轻一代的音乐剧演员。然后想问您一下，就是您对这个未来中国音乐剧的发展上有什么期待呢？作为演员 ，So he represents the younger generation of Chinese musical actors. So I'm asking if what is his expectation for the development of Chinese musical?
没有，首先不是什么很优秀的音乐剧演员，这个地方的演员都是很优秀的。然后呢，就是中国音乐剧道路的发展，它一直在发展，越来越好。只需要我自己可以跟上中国音乐剧道路的发展就可以了，做好自己。
So he says the Chinese musical industry has been growing rapidly, especially in recent years, and he just wants to improve himself, to do better works, and yes, to master his skill. 好的，非常感谢您。
谢谢。
那也就不打扰您继续准备了，我知道
好嘞
一会儿晚上会有演出。
好嘞。
然后也祝您在上海演出期间一切顺利。
谢谢。
好，谢谢。So that was 赵凡佳, the actor who plays who plays the ghost of Cheng Ying's son in the musical, and we just left him to prepare for his show tonight. 这边其实 I saw some of the costume here. As,
Costumes.
he just mentioned about the costume.
Right. So why not just see some costumes here?
So what are these costumes?
These costumes are of Zhao's families, and these are the soldiers. These are soldiers, and in blue, and that is in red.
Yeah. How about this one? I saw a lot of
yes, we
costumes
should
here.
take a
This
tour
one.
here.
Yeah, sure.
Come in,
Let's go
please.
inside.
Come in, please. These are all the characters' costumes. You can see the colors, their design are so special, right?
Can I touch it?
Of course you can.
It actually looks really special.
Right.
It feels like paper. Right?
Indeed, it is made of a paper material, a certain paper material, to make the dress and the costume more solid, and it's quite distinguishable.
So why, the costume designer choose to use this special material?
I think he has an idea of a matching, that the costume the characters has to match with the stage. Since our stage, you can see that it's quite empty, so he has to use this certain kinds of like
mix.
To make them like bigger, or make like with this color. They are very colorful.
Yeah.
For that, they can easy to tell who is who, and sometimes it's always like a reflection of their inner side. So there are always some actors or actresses tell me that once they put their clothes on, their costumes on, they feel that the character just inside their body. Yeah, you can see this is a triangle.
So I know the stage, we just saw the stage. The stage is pretty empty.
Right.
So this kind of design or the material they use actually make the actors and actresses on stage look more, vivid, more solid and three-dimensional, right? To fill this empty environment.
Right, exactly. Oh, and here, this one. This is what the ghost.
This is the
Zhao
Fanjia has just mentioned.
Yeah, the ghost. This is the only material of cloth. You can feel it. It's not paper.
It's not paper.
Yeah, and you can find the
burning mark.
The burning mark.
I thought it was broken or something.
No. They are just designed for like burning marks because it's just like the baby is rising from his tomb. From the underground,
from the hell,
right, and seeking for revenge or seeking to explore the reason why he is killed, why he is sacrificed by his father.
Wow, okay.
Right. So a lot of things hidden in the clothes, in the costumes.
Exactly. I think it's amazing for me to have this opportunity and for the audience to actually see the costume in this closely, because usually we can just see it on stage and we couldn't find out that much details.
Right, exactly. And there are some children, we have some younger audience in this theater. It's really easier for them to distinguish, which character is who, because we have 11 or 12 characters inside. So it's easy for them to tell. And our audience really love the costumes, right?
It's really fashionable and as well modern, to show the modern elements.
Okay, maybe you can try this one
to open. Someone inside?
Maybe, yes. I can see. Oh, she's listening.
Yeah,
she's singing.
Yeah,
okay.
Hearing the singing voice.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
您好，朱老师，来打扰您一下。Thank you. This is 老师，请您帮我们介绍一下自己吧，然后以及您在剧中扮演的角色。So she's going to introduce herself first and tell us which role she plays in the Orphan of Zhao.
Hello， 大家好，我叫朱子荣，在《赵氏孤儿》中扮演的是陈七这个角色。
This is Miss Zhu Zirong, and she plays the role of Cheng Ying's wife in the Orphan of Zhao. 那您可以帮我们介绍一下这个程英妻子是一个什么样的角色吗 ？So who is Cheng Ying's wife? What is her story in the show?
程英的妻子其实她就是一个很普通的一个老百姓，然后应该就是一个家庭主妇。
So the wife is just an ordinary woman, and at home and serving the husband.
然后在这个剧里面，她是一个非常温柔、贤良，也是一个很勇敢的一个女性。
So she's a really soft, kind, and also a woman who has a lot of courage.
对，然后她跟陈英也算是老来得子，在他们比较晚的时候，在那个年代因为也比较少，对，在那个时候才有了孩子。
So the wife and Cheng Ying, they had the baby in their comparatively old age. 然后那可以想请您帮我们介绍一下，就是因为程英妻子其实也是一个很悲剧的角色在剧中。那对您来说扮演这个角色，您觉得就是比较难忘的一些片段有哪些呢？So what are the most memorable parts for you as Cheng Ying's wife?
因为这个角色其实全程都是一个比较悲剧性的一个角色，所以对于我来说，印象非常深刻的，除了最后把孩子送出去之外，那一瞬间的话，应该就是他在家里给他的孩子唱婴儿，唱那个飞龙睡在瓦片上那首歌的时候。
And this is indeed a tragic character of the show. And her memorable parts is the first one is the moment when the mom has to give out the baby, to sacrifice the baby. And also, as we just learned, the dance, that part, the mom sings the lullaby to the baby. 那因为这个角色，就我们在生活中其实也很难能够说遇到你需要把自己的孩子献出去这种。那在您当时塑造这个角色的过程中，您是怎么样去体会这个角色的内心呢？ So it's really hard for us to, experience this kind of story in real life. So, so I'm wondering, like, how do you feel the inner world of this character when you're building it?
因为其实我们会去在演出的过程当中拿到不同的剧本，都会去塑造不同的角色，但并不一定大家就去sorry。
It's okay. So they have different roles to play, and as actress, but not necessarily has to live the character's life.
对，所以大家不可能每拿到一个剧本都真的去亲历那个角色的历程。那其实拿到这个角色的时候，首先我还没有成为一个母亲，但是作为这个角色的话，他需要跟自己的血亲去割离。这个对于我来说，首先要去不管是从一些戏剧的本子，或者说电影，或者说以往的一些眼见的一些新闻啊，或者周边的一些生活经历里面去寻找一些共通点，然后用到表演当中。
So she's not a mom yet, so she doesn't have this experience with her own baby. But she, doing her research by reading the news or watching movies about mother and child, so to find the similarity between her and the character.
对，因为对于演员来讲的话，其实更重要的一点就是怎么样在没有去经历过一些故事情节的时候，怎么样去塑造一个角色，这是一个演员的必修课。所以其实对于我们而言，需要用自己的一些理解，然后去找到一些联系点，然后去塑造角色。
So one of the important things for actors is to find the similarity between them and between the characters. So 那您是就是怎么样最后找到的这个联系点呢？ So how did you find the similarity between you and Cheng Ying's wife?
因为我是一个比较感性的人，所以对于我而言的话，其实我以前饰演过的悲剧的角色其实也很多。所以说，其实对于我，其实以前演的一些角色，有可能也是失去孩子的母亲。对，因为戏剧化的东西一般就是越是有悲剧，越是有张力，所以其实有接触到这样的类型的角色，或者说看过这样的戏剧也非常多。所以我是一个比较感性的演员，相对而言会很快就能够找到那个感觉。对。
So she's an emotional actress, and she has played characters in tragedies before, and sometimes it's similar to this character as Cheng Ying's wife. So she tried to connect this character to the rest of the characters she have played, and to find Cheng Ying's wife being alive inside of her. 好的，谢谢您，那就不打扰您了，祝您今天演出顺利。谢谢。Thank you. So this is Miss Zhu Zirong, who plays Cheng Ying's wife in The Orphan of Zhao.
So follow me. I will take you meet someone.
Okay.
Special one.
Okay. So yeah, we're going to meet someone special.
Can we come in?
嗨，您好，杰恩老师，好久不见。
你好，我们又见面了。
So guys, this is Mr. 郑其元 who plays Cheng Ying in The Orphan of Zhao. 那首先请您帮我们和这个观众打个招呼，然后说一下您是扮演了《赵氏孤儿》中哪个角色？
好，CGTN 的朋友们，你们好。我是原创音乐剧《赵氏孤儿》中饰演程英的扮演者郑其元。
So Mr. 郑其元 who plays Cheng Ying in the original Chinese musical The Orphan of Zhao. 那因为程英也是这个剧里面最重要的一个角色，那想请您帮我们介绍一下，从您的视角，那程英这个角色在剧里他的故事是什么样的 ？So we know that Cheng Ying is the most important character in the musical. So what is his story like from your perspective?
程英这个人，在这个剧里面，其实他是一个就是很普普通通的一个老百姓。对，我觉得他的整个这个剧里边，他的这种对于他做下的这个决定， 然后他承担的后果，我觉得不是一个普通人能够承受得了的。对。
So Cheng Ying is just a ordinary doctor, and he lives his ordinary life. And the commitment he makes in the show, and the things he does, the sacrifices he does in the show, is not someone like ordinary people like us could do in our real lives.
是的，所以我觉得他是很伟大的。虽然他做了一个可能让人觉得。说对有些争议的一个决定，但是我觉得他为了这个决定，他可以付出他整个一生。我觉得这个人，我觉得这都是值得我们去学习的。对，不是说我们需要做一个多么伟大的事儿，但是我觉得像他这种精神是值得我们去学习的。对。
So yeah, he says that Cheng Ying makes these huge sacrifices. It's not someone like us could do, and. It's not like we have to make the huge sacrifice as Cheng Ying did, but this kind of, spirits of him, like the love and the kindness he has and the righteousness he has is worth for us to learn. 因为我之前看过这个剧，我看剧的时候也是能从您的表演中感受到程英这个角色的痛苦，还有他的这个纠结。那对您来说，扮演这个角色让您最难忘的部分是哪些呢？ When I was watching the show, I can totally feel the pain, the confusion of the Cheng Ying character through your performance, and I'm just wondering what is the most memorable part for you as Cheng Ying?
我觉得对于我本人来讲，其实我比较难忘的不是这个角色在舞台上会是怎么样。我觉得一开始对我来说，我觉得这个角色确实离我的距离非常远，然后离我这个人的。形象也好，气质也好，确实有点远，所以我觉得自己能够扮演下来，其实也让我挺意外的。对。
So one of the challenge he mentions as the character Cheng Ying is, first of all, how to portray this character, how to bring this character in life, because from the appearance and from experience, he's nothing or not really like the character Cheng Ying. So he's surprised that he can eventually bring this character to life.
还有就是，其实扮演上面，因为我整个的3个多小时戏，我几乎都是在舞台上。其实对我自己的体力来讲，也是一个非常大的一个挑战。对，因为我本身也挺瘦的嘛，然后再加上整个那个戏服的感觉，所以我觉得对我来讲，其实我觉得一个是和这个人物的差距感是比较远的。另外一个就是在整个体力上面，其实对我来说也是一个挑战，对。但是我觉得我完成了，我觉得我自己还可以。
当然。So another challenge for him is about physical strength, because the show lasts for 3 hours, and he's the leading character, so he stays most of the time on the stage. So at the beginning, it's a challenge for him to finish this whole show with, his skinny, as he said, his the lack of physical strength probably for this character, but eventually he overcomes it. 而且有的时候，其实在北京的时候，咱们一天是演了2场。
对，其实我觉得，其实这些都是表象的。对，说实话，我觉得演这个人物，我觉得是一个对我来讲是一个特别幸运的一件事儿。然后能够出演一个这样的一个历史人物吧，其实我觉得对于很多演员来讲，其实都是没有这样的机会，所以我觉得我很幸运。能够演这样的一个角色。
So he said he feels lucky to play this character because not a lot of actors gets a chance to play this classic historical, character in history. And yeah, 我们听到这是
我还没说完呢。
没关系，您继续说完。
对，其实我觉得这个还有一个，我觉得是从这个人物当中，其实让我学到了人的善良，然后做人的坚持。我觉得就是这个是让我觉得收获特别大的，对。
And he says that what he learns from this character is the kindness, and willing to fulfill the commitment from the character Cheng Ying. So he thinks this is the most valuable lesson he has learned from this Cheng Ying character.
那我们就
刚刚那个声音
对，是让我们所有的演员对去上舞台。
那我们不打扰您了，然后也祝您在上海演出一切顺利。
好，谢谢，
好，谢谢，
拜拜。
So this is Mr. Dr Cheng Ying, who plays Cheng Ying in the musical The Orphan of Zhao. And we have here that the directors is asking all the actors and actresses to go on the stage, so we will leave him back to work. 好，那我们不打扰您了，拜拜。we are following him to the stage now. We're going to see. So normally before the show, what do the actors and actresses do? You know, the director is asking them to go on the stage
do
now.
a final rehearsal because in each theater, the sceneries could be a little bit different because of the different environment of the theater. So they have to adjust the stage, especially for the lights and the sound. So we usually do a rehearsal before the evening performance. So that's what we do in before every performance.
So that's what they are about to do. You know, after our live stream, we're going to end before. We don't want to interrupt.
No, you're not at all.
Yeah, we can see that all the actors are already on the stage.
Yeah, they are gathering, get together, and directors always say something to them before to cheer them up.
To bring out the spirit, the tension.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so they're about to prepare for tonight's show, right? So this is pretty much what we have for you for today's tour at the backstage of the Chinese original musical, The Orphan of Zhao. And I just want to have a big thanks to Rongyu again for showing us such a good time.
It's my pleasure. We are so happy that there's so many people are interested in what's going on here for musical, you know, on the backstage. So we are really very honored. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And so this is what we have for you for this session. Please stay tuned to CGTN for more interesting content about China. And I'm Meiping. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.